Hi guys, how's it going? Chris Gaiman and Marco here. It's nearly April, but we're absolutely freezing. We're chucked at the pub and we're sitting outside here in the Rack and Tent on Moorgate, talking Football League. Freezing, isn't it?
It is very cold.
Absolutely freezing. Sorry about the no video last week. We got drunk. We were in Cheltenham and
no excuse, eh?
No excuse. The plan was to film a video, but we actually almost got Jacob Steinberg from Football Weekly. We did genuinely.
Yeah, very drunk Jacob Steinberg.
Yeah, we made a late offer to him about 11 PM on Thursday night. All three of us were drunk, but he declined, which probably for the best because we were all pretty drunk. It would have been incomprehensible, which is usually the case with my accent anyway. Anyway, let's kick on. 3 bets. It's getting exciting now. It's really getting exciting this season. I'm really excited about it. And one team who certainly are thriving this springtime are Leeds United, who shoving Fulham into the 3rd tier maybe last night. They're away to Blackpool. You're all over them here and I can see why.
Yeah. Tuesday on the Football League column I spoke a lot about Blackpool, and Wednesday I spoke a lot about Leeds, and Blackpool lost, Leeds won. I'm expecting it to go to form again this weekend. Take Sport go even money on a Leeds win. I know that you can turn that down. Just looking at Lee Clark's comments, they just seem to get even more comical as the weeks go by. He said they're going to go down by a massive margin last weekend. He said it's the most angry he's ever been as they lost to Bournemouth. He also said in midweek that it was soul destroying to see them lose 3-0 at home to Charlton. 6th consecutive loss now, taking 2 points from a possible 30. Relegation could be confirmed on Saturday as well. It's got that bad. They're waving the white flag, and I expect Leeds to come to Bloomfield Road and do a professional job. They've now won 8, drawn 3 and lost 3 in 2015. That's 2 points per game now for Neil Redfern's team. He said he gave the team a rollicking at half-time at Fulham as they were second best for the first 45 minutes. Were indebted to a good few goalkeeper saves, but they came out in that second half and showed what a good little team they are now under Redfern. Real solid unit, and I love a good solid team in the Football League. Leeds their away record now during that 14-game spell I mentioned is 1-5, drawn 2, lost 1. Outstanding stuff when you consider how woeful they were on their travels earlier in the season. Kept clean sheets in 4 of the last 5 away. Blackpool scored once in 6. Away win here, even money.
Big time, exciting stuff. I've just remembered we're in the code word yet for the cash race, so let's get that done. What's been happening in the news this week? What can we use for the code word?
English clubs are being shite in
Europe.
Good
point. Aye. So just Premier League, that's the code word. Code word Premier League. So watch this video, quote that code word, you get 2 extra points in the cash race along with your treble as well. So 12 points up for grand. The code word this week is Premier League. Anyway, game 2, came out the blue. Crew against Oldham in League 1. Crew getting both these clubs getting sucked into the mire. And a lot of shrewdies on Twitter yesterday saying Oldham might get relegated. Thoughts?
Yes, definitely. On this game, on both instances, I think we need to be opposing Oldham. I think we're going to try and put together a Football League roundup for the best.
That's the plan.
Best outright bets for the last end of the season, and Oldham are definitely going to be in there if they lose this match. And Crew are 53 to 50. Another weird price from Take Sport with a 0 start on the Asian handicap line, which is the same as a draw no bet price. And I'm involved here because Oldham, we said they'd lose in midweek. They did lose 3-1 at home to MK Dons. They've been crippled by an almost never-ending injury crisis now, and they just don't seem to be equipped to deal with these injuries. They've got such a small squad. They were playoff pushing a couple of weeks ago. Now they're looking over their shoulders. Dean Holden's been given the job full time. First thing he did was bring in Anthony Gerrard on loan. That will stabilise that defence a little bit. They've still conceded 15 goals and 6, and he's not going to plug all the gaps himself. Now lost 6 of the last 7, lost 11 of the last 17, going further back. And we talk about Crew, but they're only 2 points above the relegation zone themselves. But I think that recent form's not been a fair reflection on Crew, because 5 of the last 7 games which they have lost have come away from home against the big teams. Bristol City, Preston, Barnsley, Doncaster, Rochdale. They're tough away games.
Absolutely.
At home, they've been absolutely splendid. Since losing 4 of their first 5 at home, Crew have won 7, drawn 4 and lost 2 on home soil. They've been 9th based on home form only. Only MK Dons have been there and won since October. Kept 4 clean sheets in the last 5 at home as well now. So Crew, I don't think they're going to lose this game, so why not back them with the insurance of the draw on side at 53 to 50. Weird price, but
yeah, take it.
I like it.
Take it. Just shows you the effect that what's his name? Gary? No, Gary. What's his?
Lee Johnson.
Lee Johnson. Sorry, Gary's son, obviously. Could be a big future in the game if he gets Barnsley in the playoffs and maybe up anyway. Anyway, we've got to talk about Lawrence, our friend Lawrence Keohane, is that how you pronounce it? Lawrence, if I got that
Cohen.
pronunciation. Cohen, is
Is it?
Sounds like an Irish surname. Anyway, he tweets us his treble every week, and he got an amazing one up last week. Have you got it there, Mark? 'Cause I've got it here.
I haven't got it.
I'm sure I've got it here. I've been looking through the laptop, but oh, it's not here.
The week previous, he had Hartlepool away. He opposed me, didn't he? I had Hartlepool away at Morecambe. He had Hartlepool.
This is the week before. Oh, that's midweek. Bear with me. He had. This guy. That one. There we go. We've got it, Lawrence. We've got it, Lawrence. Just in my laptop to quickly.
Because we do encourage people to send in.
We do. We want to hear your thoughts. So put it in the comment section below. Definitely. Here we go. So he had.
Hartlepool v Burton. He had Hartlepool 2.10 to win against Burton. No, this is the wrong one as well.
Is it? Alright. Next week, Lawrence. We'll definitely mention it next week. Sorry, ill prepared. Sorry about that. We will mention next week. You'll get another mention next week. Anyway, League 2. Jesus. Accrington against York is game 3, and what have we fucking backed?
It's all about value here. We talk about value quite a lot. We've explained what it is. We know what we're looking for. Accrington went to Wycombe on Tuesday, drew 2-2. They were lucky to get that 2-2 draw. Wycombe were completely all over them, but I often believe that you get what you're given eventually. The week previously they lost 3-0 at Burton, despite giving them a bloody good game, and were very competitive and wasteful in that game. So a point from 2 trips to the top 3 teams is decent. John Coleman's manager, I really like. Individual errors seem to be creeping into their game more and more. They look very uncomfortable at the back, but going forward they look excellent. Terry Cornell's been an inspired loan signing. Kai Naismith, Josh Windass, Sean Maguire up front as well, on loan from West Ham. All players who can score goals, and while you're hemorrhaging goals at the back and scoring up front, you've got to look at both teams' score market. They're playing York this weekend, who are outside the relegation zone on goal difference, punished for their poor finishing against Bury in midweek. Bury had 1 shot on target and won that game 1-0. York have only won twice at home all season, but away from home they've been much more profitable. Right? 5 wins, drawn 6, lost 7 on the road, getting goals as well. Both teams to score is another weird price, 15-19 with 888 Sport. But let's just look at the stats, because that's what we're after here. It's proved the winner in 10 of York's 18 away games, that's 56%. They scored in 15 of those, only kept 3 clean sheets. Accrington, 12 is 18, both teams to score winners, that's 67%. They've only failed to score twice and kept 4 clean sheets. If you put those 2 percentage rates together, it's 61.5%, which is about 5 to 8, I think, in fractions, fractional odds. We're getting close to 4 to 5 here, 15 to 19. It's a massive value.
It's officially value. It's officially value. Get your trebles in. Hello at wheelerbetting.co.uk. Read the page. Lawrence, tune again in next week. We'll mention your treble, and guys, you should tune in and hear what Lawrence tipped up, because it was very, very impressive. And see you next week. Hopefully it's a bit warmer.